Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 2nd of June 2023. Yesterday's news: bonds and bullion bid as Fed pause narrative builds. Stocks saw on a massive short squeeze there. And the other news, US stocks gained on debt ceiling optimism and a downward revision to labour costs. So again, that revision of the numbers. Economic news today, well, it's non-farm payrolls today. That's the one the market's going to be focusing on, and no doubt there'll be a downward revision of these numbers as soon as they're released. The forecast is for 193, previous was 253, so a big drop there, 60,000 number there. We'll have to wait and see. And then whatever it is, it'll be revised down. It's Friday and they'll move the market to the upside, won't they? That's the pattern for the non-farm payroll numbers. So let's move on, have a look and see how the short squeeze worked yesterday in the markets and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow yesterday, you can see the market coming off the 78.89 that we drew in yesterday. A very important area in the daily chart, market driving to the upside. And in fact, if we just drag this across here and draw in from here to here, you will see that we're already at 78.89 on the upside. We've got to take out the 200 MA as well and the 20 bar moving average, and that's quite easily achieved with the non-farm payroll numbers for the upside. So if the 78.89 and the 200 MA is taken out, then the market will be free to take out the other resistances as well there. In the 30-minute chart for yesterday was fairly quiet, and then we sold off at lunchtime with the debt ceiling, but we came down to the low. Well, we went below the low actually by 30-40 points. A huge volume there, and then you see them buying back into the market, and there's the squeeze starting, market moving up, and then overnight the residual of buyers from the squeeze is still in the market, and you can see that we've got the high there that we need to take out from yesterday in the 30-minute Dow. In the German DAX, also coming off those 89s, despite trading through them the day before, which we looked at, that 15.658. It was 15.637 if I recall, down to the low. In fact, let me just draw it on there instead of trying to guess it. It was 2.6. There you go. So that was the low, an interesting low to keep an eye on. So we came down to this low, taking out another 30 points or so, and the market then reversing, moving back to the upside, back through the 89s there, and on the upside we've got the 78 with the 20 bar moving average. We're just through the 62, and we're also above the 5 bar moving average again, so free at this point to move back to the upside. And yesterday we moved to the upside. We came back as I say, the US came online, the electronic market, sending the market lower. You can see where we came back to 89% retracement there, also the DP, and then the market again following the Dow to the upside, stopping at the 200 MA, but breaking through this overnight, and also through yesterday's high as well, which can be seen in the daily chart there as well. So the DAX very bullish there overnight. Let's just remove this and drop this down so we can see what else we've got. We've got the R1 above, and then of course we'll work our way to the R2, etc. But also the fib retracements in the daily chart as well. Keep an eye on those. In the 5-minute chart overnight, already you can see the market going through the high as prices continue to follow through with the short squeeze from yesterday. There you can see it in the afternoon as the market opened with the Dow. We had a bit of a slide to begin with, and then they brought in, and the market moving to the upside there. First thing yesterday morning, we had the market pull back to the 50 bar moving average, and we then kicked off. We were sideways for a while. We then had another move to the upside, and then we got into a situation where we see the market drifting sideways. Mid-morning, the market coming down, and like I say, waiting for the Dow, and then we see the buying coming into the market, and off we go to the upside. Yesterday's profits £191, 3.83 on the profit factor, and 67 to 33 there for the win-loss ratio. For the week, we're up to £692 and £50, 5.86, which is a really good profit factor. And again, we're still showing that 67 33 there win-loss ratio. So a good week so far. We've got today as well, but I may not be at the desk as much today, as I have other things that will take me away from it, unfortunately. But hopefully I'll be here for the non-farm payroll numbers at 1:30. And in the US 500, the S&P also driving back to the upside yesterday. 30-minute chart, so you can see exactly what happened. We came through the close, we tested, and then the market drove to the upside, and also heading towards yesterday's high as well, which is a stone's throw away. Good performance by the FTSE 100 yesterday as well, reversing, moving back to the upside. Actually, this doesn't look up to date. Oh, it is, yeah. And also overnight, the market moving steady to the upside as well. Let's just draw some upside fibs. Let's get rid of that one. So these are the upside targets on the fibs. You'll see that the 200 MA is tying in with the 7548 level there. In the 30-minute chart, we moved up to begin with. We came back and retested the close just above the low. Again, a lot of volume, and you'll see the buying coming in, moving the market. Like the DAX, the FTSE has already taken out yesterday's high. GBP JPY needs to take out that 89% retracement in the daily chart in order to move higher. If it does this, it'll need to take out the high as well. And in the 30-minute chart, yesterday we see the market moving to the upside with a bit of a shakeout here back to the 20-bar moving average. We then stopped and traded all the way back to the 200 MA just above the close. And if you were to measure this out, we're probably about a 62% retracement. 62 is there. So we're just below 62 and then bouncing back. And also this market heading back to yesterday's high as well. Big day for the pound as well, which means that the dollar must have dropped. And also, obviously, in the headlines, we saw that bullion had also spiked, so the dollar must have moved low, which we'll look at in just a moment. Pound, big day on the upside, and the market trading up to the resistance to the left there, which is 125.461. So we've got a bit of resistance there. In the 30-minute, did we make it back to the high just through yesterday's high? So a bit of weakness around there. Depends what the dollar does with regards to the non-farm payroll numbers at lunchtime. Yesterday morning, though, we see that we have some demand and some buying coming into the market at the DP and the 50 EMA, and then the market moving sharply to the upside. Bit of news there with the claimant count, but the market then, like I say, continuing overnight. Needs to get back above yesterday's high and find support at the close. So as suspected, the dollar down yesterday. We've been moving up for a long time in this market, so a bit of a breather for the US dollar. This will be waiting for the non-farm payroll numbers today, and that depends whether it's going to enhance the rumour of the Fed pausing, or it's going to switch back to hawkish theme that we've seen also this week. So yeah, the US dollar down a bit there. Watch the 20-bar moving average for the dollar index. Now finally in the metals, it's been a good few days for the metals, moving to the upside. Good move yesterday, trading up to the 78.89, drawn from here, projected back to there at the moment. 50 EMA in the way there on the daily chart as well. In the 30 minutes, we started off moving to the downside. Things changed. We came back above the DP. This then became a support area, which you can see there. And then they absorbed the sell orders that were in the market here and then continue to drive the market up. We've been through yesterday's high and we were pushed back through it, but it looks like it's going to have another attempt. And in the gold market, also moving higher yesterday as well, but stuck at that 89 at the moment with the two averages as well, 20 and 50 EMA. And in the 30-minute chart, coming off Wednesday's low, you can see there we had a bit buying in the pre-market, Market up, shakeout, which you can see there. That's at 130. That's the claimant count and other news. Market up, then settle sideways. Overnight, we traded back up to the high, up at 1982 for the high. At the moment, the market just sideways, sitting and holding at the close. And finally, for today, we've got the gold-silver ratio. You can see this actually moving back down, which I'm surprised by. I'm surprised to actually see the metals actually being allowed to move up, if I'm honest, but they are at the moment, so that's good. And this is also showing that silver is moving faster percentage-wise than gold, hence the drop down in the gold-silver ratio. Okay, so today's news is the non-farm payrolls at 1:30. We'll see what happens then, but it's Friday, and every other non-farm payroll, they seem to have moved the markets up with this, so we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great weekend, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.